up, Goddess Gang? Today we are back with another video, and today is finally the day that we are going to be holding panel for theme 4, which was futuristic fantasy. This one was probably one of the most challenging as far as like creativity wise and really just thinking outside of the box, not really having like I don't think you could type in futuristic fantasy nails and really come up with much. And whatever we did come up with, it was mostly like metallic and, like cat eye and stuff like that. I tried to post like some inspo photos and things. I know one person suggested like a Sailor Moon nail set. So I did my own take on it because a lot of you guys said that you really didn't know what like you couldn't really think of anything. So I just did like super random takes on futuristic fantasy. You guys will see that I entered my entries too. We had, I believe, 4 entrants if I'm not mistaken, which like I told you guys, this one a lot of you guys are just focused on fall and Halloween nails. So we do have the zombie nail art challenge. It's going to end soon. There's 3 days left, so if you have not participated, be sure to submit your entries and also invite all of your friends. This is super super fun. This is kind of like a legacy for the Goddess Gang Nail Art Challenge. This is our first ever holiday theme, and we did the zombie apocalypse, unleash the undead. But without further ado, I want to give you guys a great big thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for participating. You guys, whether you're liking the photos, whether you're voting on Instagram, whether you're DMing me your feedback and your comments. This zombie nail art challenge in particular has just kind of really got you guys involved because you guys like the theme a lot, and you guys are telling me how you like never really participated in anything like this, or this is kind of like really out of the box for you and you're just going for it. So thank you guys so much. I love all the positive feedback, and I think soon I'm gonna end up like showing you guys some of the comments and feedback that we get. We have a lot coming over onto the Goddess Gang, our Scorpion Goddess Nails.blog, our blog site, our forum, if you haven't. Also, there are some updates that I want to give you guys. I'm going to save that for the next video in regards to how to sign up to be able to participate on the forum and everything like that. Without further ado, I do have to give you guys a disclaimer. Thank you so much to our panelists. I am so thankful that you guys participated and we had a really great time. It was a fun environment. That feeling stayed with me long enough to like get through my week and my weekend, and I'm super thankful for the positive vibes that we're creating through our nail art and through our love for nail art and our DIY journey. But there was some technical difficulties on the back end. I'm still learning, and that's why I want to thank you guys so much, is because this is all something that I just thought of one day and created. And you guys who have been along the journey, that was the whole purpose, is to show you guys we can create anything that we imagine. We can make it a success if we're persistent. There were some people that ended up participating in the Zombie Nail Art Challenge that I personally invited again. I've been having a little bit of time to see your guys' art and to invite you guys. And you guys, it's amazing, an amazing experience. So I want to thank you guys. I want to personally thank our panelists for bearing with us through the technical difficulties. And I have to thank you guys for bearing through this video because the audio was not perfect. We were recording and I noticed that the audio wasn't picking up, and it was just like this whole thing. And it kind of like stressed me out in the moment because I had 2 panelists on and I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of went into a panic. But I really just needed to fix a certain setting and for in order for everything to work properly. And now I know exactly what to do. So the audio that you guys are going to hear from me out of all the panelists is going to be the worst because my audio is going to be from my computer instead of from my mic. And we don't even want to go into details, but thank you guys so much for bearing through. I'm so excited for the winners to be revealed at the end. By the way, for the Zombie Now Art Challenge, there's only going to be one grand prize winner. But without further ado, I thank you guys so much for participating. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and introduce our panelists. Let's review our criteria, and let's get straight into our judging panel. everything. Today we are back with another video, and today this video is very exciting. We are back with another judging panel. Thankfully, we have two guest panelists today, and I'm super excited. We're going to be going ahead and doing the judging for theme 4, which is the futuristic fantasy of the Goddess Gang Now Art Challenge. And so thank you for all of our participants, especially our panelists, for getting on and reviewing the nail art with us. I'm going to introduce our first panelist. Luckily, we are having our first repeat panelist on the judging panel. So without further ado, we're going to introduce Tips by Tony. Hi, Tips. How you doing?
Hey girl,
I'm so happy to have you on.
I'm happy to be here.
So, y'all, we've been going through it on the back end. We had to retake because we were having technical difficulties, but on the first clip, I complimented your hoop earrings, so I did not want to not do that again because I'm still super happy that we both chose to wear our nice big hoop earrings. So I thought that was super cool.
Yes, we're twinning.
Yes. And next we have another panelist, and she is actually one of my day one supporters, and I would say kind of one of my friends. If I'm not mistaken, she may or may not have won a giveaway in the beginning of my now journey, but I'll let her tell you guys. So we have the joy of Cola 12 on Instagram, but I just call her Cola. So, hey Cola, how you doing, girl?
Hi.
Nice to have
Hi,
you on
everybody.
panel.
Hey.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here and help you judge.
I
This is
know
exciting.
we don't have like as many entries as last time. We had 10 entrants on the last
Oh,
theme.
wow.
Yes,
I
and
see.
some of them
You
did
should have told
multiple
me so I
entries.
could have worn my earrings too. We could have
Oh,
all been
girl, you
hooped
better go
out.
put them on. Shoot, behind the scenes footage.
Got to get hooped out
Next
for
time
these.
we'll be hooped
Next
out.
time we'll coordinate.
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna take a quick break so that we can update our names because we had to restart, so I forgot to update our names. I want us to all have our usernames correct, so we'll be right back. All right, so now we got all our names correct. Okay, guys. So just so we know, uh, and just a refresher, first we have our roster. So let's shout out all of our entrants, you guys. We have Dream Nails by Nikki. She entered again, and I've really been enjoying all of her nail art. We did judge her on a couple, or if not all of our panels so far. I think maybe the second and the third one. I'm not sure she entered the first one, but nevertheless, we also have Tips by Tony. She entered a submission, which I really liked your entry. We
Thank
have Chaotic. You're welcome. We have Chaotic Nails. She put in a really good entry. We were talking about that behind the scenes, and we got some commentary on that. And then, of course, I put in my entries. So, uh, we didn't have a whole lot of participation for this theme, but I will say it was more challenging. And I try to, so I like to give everybody a behind the scenes view of where I came from whenever I participate. So, really quickly, I try to do my entries and submit them early so that I could give you guys like ideas because a lot of you guys DM me. You said, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many things you could do. And I still actually, after the challenge is over, a little spoiler alert, I plan on going back and revisiting the themes. And, when I have some extra time, kind of creating multiple entries in addition after this is
Ooh,
over. Because
I'm excited
someone,
to see.
yes, because someone wanted, or like, not even that, but a now art challenge 2.0 edition where we kind of have like, because like we can see our growth and everything, or maybe we didn't have the ideas at the
Oh,
time.
Yeah.
Someone really wanted to see a Sailor Moon set for this theme in particular. That would have been perfect, right?
oh,
Yeah,
that looks good.
that would have been
Yes.
good, but I didn't do that because I didn't have enough time. But yeah, so anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get into our entries. But there was something. Oh, I want to tell you guys. All right, so a little bit about how the judging works. We do scale well, we have three different levels of criteria. So we have creativity, execution, and the overall wow factor. Or I mean, sorry, overall impact. I always get that mixed up. Overall impact. And then those basically entail creativity, is, well, you guys, all of you guys will see in the intro, so you guys already know. And then Tony and Kola, you guys are clear on basically what each category entails. Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty self-explanatory. Creativity, making sure that they didn't use a copied idea, more or less having an innovative structure to the nail art, being in alignment with the theme that was outlined, things like that. Execution, more or less, the neatness of the work. Execution, maybe you took special notice in particular methods that they used or nail art techniques, things like that. And then the overall impact is the wow factor and the aesthetic appeal. And then we're judging each level on a scale 1 through 10 for each entry. So for creativity, 1 through 10, execution, 1 through 10, the, what is it, overall impact, 1 through 10. I always get mixed up on that one.
Just call it the wow factor.
I know, like
Right.
wow factor. I
It's the
should
wow
call it. It's
factor.
the wow factor. That does sound better, more catchy. So the wow factor, 1 through 10 and stuff like that. All right, so this should go by rather quickly. Thank you everyone who participated. Just so you guys know, luckily we do have a pretty fair panel today because, for example, on my entries and Tony's entries, we will each have two panelists. I'll be judging and Kola will be judging Tony's, and then Kola and Tony will judge mine. We are going to have Instagram panel. However, there are going to be very strict rules on our Instagram panel so that it can be as fair as possible, because even though we had our fun time dipping our feet in the water here and there, we think that it would be most important to have overall fairness throughout. And that would just make it easier because we'll continue to have rank 1, 2, and 3 of our winners, and we won't have to worry about having an Instagram winner and a judging panel winner, for example, and things like that. So if you guys are going to be telling your friends and everyone to judge for you on Instagram, please let them know that they will have to follow the rules in order for their votes to be counted. Okay? All right. So are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Ready.
Okay, so who wants to go first as far as judging our first entrant? And this entrant has 2 entries. How about, do I have to go first? Okay, I'll go first.
I didn't go last time, so I need to
Yeah,
see how
you
you guys
can't go
do it
first.
first.
I
You
was
can't
gonna
go first.
say she don't gotta go first.
I'm not gonna do her how I did Mr. Lone Star Glass on last panel. I made it go.
No, I had to do it.
But I can do it. All right. I love to judge her entries because her art is very fun. All right. So let's see what we got here. So this is entry 1. And I really loved the length it was giving. This is one of my all-time favorite lengths and shapes. So forgive me. And okay, we're not gonna skip ahead. All right. So basically, no one listens to my rules, y'all, because you're supposed to submit photos. You can submit reels, but we need photos. So this time, I just went ahead and kind of added the reel in here. And then for whatever it's worth, obviously, we can see it. So just a little disclaimer to all of our entrants. You can submit reels, and I even include my reel and Tony's reel, but me and Tony both submitted photos. And then we had another entrant that only submitted 1 photo, and there was no reel or anything. So then that kind of was a little bit like of a bummer. I'm like, oh man, I wish I had a reel for this one. So if you want to post your reels, feel free, but I think it does kind of sway the decision of our overall judging like our overall scores when we don't have the clear photo. Because I feel like you can really take a clear photo in and be like slapped in the face by it. Just pausing, it feels a little blurry, so it's a little distracting. But that's just like super nitpicking, but also that is the rules. What do you have to say, Tony? Tell me, because I know you got something to
No, no, I just agree with you.
say. Well, it's true, right? Because like
No, it's true.
because we'll see once we get to the ones that have pictures. Because for example, your pictures turned out really nice. But let me get off of that. It's just I'm having a little bit of an OCD moment because I want to really take this nail set in. And when I look at the video, I can, but in order to judge it, I need those pictures, right? Because like, but all right, let's
Yeah.
pause. Oh man, see, I can't get a perfect pause. All right, so here we go. First off, creativity. And we have to judge all of our like all of our everything has to be revolving around the theme. So this is the futuristic fantasy. So when we think of creativity, it's as it relates to futuristic fantasy, understood, and things like that. All right. So one, I love the background of these nails. When I think futuristic fantasy, um, just for example, taking everything off of the top of the nail and only looking at the background of the nail, I feel like I'm being drawn in, like I'm warped in, which I really love. I love the use of the pearls and whatever kind of other little nail decals and gems are on these nails. There's, for me, I always struggle using pearls. I always want to use them, but I struggle. And I feel like the best way to ever use them is to just throw them on the damn nail and not care. Like junk nails and like stuff like this. So I loved that. And I'm not even sure that these are pearls. I could be wrong. They look like, I don't know, they look like they're stones of some sort, but they also kind of look pearl. And then there looks like there's multiple different ones. So there's an assortment. I'm not sure. But love that. Shape, length, which is kind of like an execution, so I guess I can't skip ahead. Creativity. All right. I don't know. I do like this purple thing, but I almost wish it was like something more outlandish, like a yellow or a red. Something that would just kind of stand way far out from the background because um at that rate I feel that it would have gave more of a fantasy vibe. This does give futuristic to me, but with the fantasy, it does. Well, I guess my fantasies are like on edge fantasies, maybe. And this feels
Mhm.
like a very mellow fantasy. And so it's not edgy enough for my personal preference. So for this one, creativity, I'm giving it a 7, a solid 7, a solid 7. And I'll go ahead and for and execution, I always have to give her her props and her credits. Um, I do notice, I mean, obviously we have to notice that the cuticles are a little distressed in these photos. I would say that one of my top tips and tricks lately for that, because I fall victim to that too, is that I have realized the importance of putting a little cuticle oil in uh your nail bath. So like if you're soaking your nails off, put some cuticle oil in the water or in the, well, that's for a manicure in the water, for a soak off in the acetone. Also to just condition the cuticles with cuticle oil, or for example with Vaseline. Some people use Vaseline um, before you go in for a soak, even if it's just for your manicure, because it's just, again, extra. You want to add extra moisture to the cuticles. And then once you take them out, then you'll just add a little more cuticle oil at whatever part of the process that you choose. So, just a little tip for execution on distressed cuticles from my DIY perspective. But for execution, I'm gonna give her a 9. Uh, the 10. It's not a 10 necessarily, but it's not a 8 or a 7. It's just a solid 9. And then for the overall wow, I will say that I have to give her, I'm gonna give her a 9 on the overall wow because with the length and the shape and the design and the decals, I was very impressed by this set when I first saw it. It was a wow for me. So that's my rating for that one. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay, you go next.
Um, yeah, so I like this set a lot too. I thought it was really, it was cute, it was pretty. My favorite color is purple, so I definitely liked like the blue and purple, and it was giving
Mm-hmm.
like a galaxy vibe. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, that's definitely futuristic.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the whole thing, that's what came to mind to me for futuristic fantasy. I felt like it was on theme. Um, so, and like you said, it is a little hard without the still picture because it's hard to see like the details of like the purple part if it's 3D.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even, I kind of thought it was, but I'm not really sure.
It is it
Um,
it is
I
3D.
think it is
it
3D.
is, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
Yeah,
thought it
is.
was.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's 3D.
Yeah, it
Which
is.
I like.
See,
Yeah, that
that picture
definitely.
right there looks way better. Like the still right there.
And
Yeah,
I
I
did
can see it
originally take
better.
screenshots of it, but I kind of so
Yeah,
like being on the back end, I'm just trying to take out as much work as possible. So that's why I kind of did just do the
the
video.
zoom in. Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
gotta kind of like let y'all know the importance. So thank you, Tony, for like commenting on that again. Because it's just that we want to. Well, this is history. We're making history right now, y'all.
Mhm.
So we
Right.
want a plain sight. But anyways, I'm gonna shut up about it. Shut up, Samantha. Okay, go ahead, please.
You're good. Um, so yeah, that was just to say, like you said, yes, submit pictures. So overall for me, creativity, I'm gonna give it a 9 because I liked them
Okay.
right away when I first saw them. It's
Mhm.
given Galaxy 3D, all that. Um, what's second? Execution. Um, yeah, she's always good. I mean, she always does good. I like her nails in
I
general.
do too.
Yeah, and she always usually submits like a few entries. Yeah, she got the little almond going on. Yeah, the her cuticles, I agree with that. I'm gonna give her a 9, overall
Okay.
9. And and then overall aesthetic, wow factor, um, I'll probably give her like 8.5.
Oh, that was like almost my original, but I went with a solid 9.
Yeah, so I was like, I was bordering on 9. I was pretty much in agreement with your judging. So,
But I did
but
want to add to something that you said. This does give, she did do a great job with the theme in particular. And that was one reason why I stuck with the 9 on the wow factor, even though I didn't give extra points on the creativity. I thought that it was very creative of her um, to display futuristic fantasy in this fashion because it was a hard theme from
yeah.
the perspective of a lot of people who would normally participate that didn't. You guys, Cola, she has a house full over there, y'all. She just trying to live
Oh
her
my
best
God,
life.
I'm so sorry.
Y'all, listen, don't be scared. Get on camera because we all are going through this. Y'all don't have no clue. I be telling this family the same thing over here. Like, and last
Like this
time
is crazy.
we were on and Tony, her grandpa was well, not her grandpa, her dad walked downstairs.
Right.
Oh my
So don't feel
God.
bad.
No, and
Just
he
walk
scared the
right in.
heck out of her too, like a ghost.
They're just
I was like,
burping and yelling and oh my goodness.
Guys,
Talking to each other and then looking at each other and playing video games. Wow. Okay. All right.
hilarious. Okay, so we're back in action. Well, Cola, you moved into the next room at the right time because you are
right.
ready to go.
Mm,
Okay, let me go back it's hard. Okay, I didn't go. My screen. It's a picture while I say it.
That's
So
okay.
I really, really like the creativity with this. This
Okay.
really, so I kind of skipped ahead for the wow factor because when I saw it, I was like, wow, the colors really stood out to me. I really love the theme, the galaxy vibe, and I kind of see where they were going with the pearls because it kind of looked like little moons, kind of like little asteroid
Okay.
kind of things. That's kind of
Right.
where I was getting the
That's
vibe
a
with
good
it. So I really, really
take.
like it. Like I really
Okay.
liked it. Execution, I did see a little bit of a red cuticle in there, so I was like, okay, give that poor cuticle some cuticle oil and get it some TLC. But other than that, like the shape is really well rounded. I really like that almond shape, and they look nice on the hands. They look really, really
They
pretty.
look natural. She always
Yeah,
does
they
a
look
good job at
natural. Yeah.
executing a natural look.
Yeah, it looks really, really pretty. And so I guess so for creativity, I would definitely say probably a 9 because they were
Okay.
really, really, really nice.
Okay.
Execution, I would probably say a 9 because
Okay.
like I said, it was just that one little cuticle. And wow, she really, really wowed me. So I would say a 9 for my
Oh,
first,
you're
I'll
not
say
gonna
nines
give
across the
her
board.
your first 10.
No,
You're gonna hold out on
I'll
that
give
first
her,
He's
I'm
holding
gonna
out.
hold out on the 10. I'm gonna hold out on the 10 just
10.
to see the rest of them.
Isn't it
Right.
so much pressure issuing out whether or
Yes,
whether not to issue out
to
those
give the 10.
10s?
Yes.
Right. It's hard.
It is. Okay, so
A
that
10
went
has to be
well.
like perfect though. So,
Like it needs to be like a grand slam. You're right. I give out 10s a
yeah.
little too easy sometimes, but
Yeah, we're nice.
yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that. Now that was her first entry. So who wants to go first for her second entry?
I'll go first this time. Last and then first.
Okay, so we got a little of the first one left. And I really did
Okay.
like them. I love them. I love how they always look so natural.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so this
Yeah.
is the second one.
Oh, I love that color.
Oh no, she made them a little longer on this one. I think that's it. Let's see. Oh
Oh, there we
yeah,
go.
that's it. So these ones, yes, you get the
Like,
Oh.
honors and the pleasure
Oh.
of going first on this one.
Okay. So for creativity, oh, look, it's the they have the
moon.
creativity. I really like these. They have that cat eye at the tips. It looks like that
Yes,
yellow cat
she
eye at the tips, and that
does.
looks really pretty. So I like that. That gives real
Oh.
futuristic vibes for creativity. And
Mm-hmm.
so it really, I think, goes with the theme. I love the cat eye, and it almost looks like it's in a French manicure type of design. If I can see it correctly, I'm not quite sure,
Yes,
but
it is. It's like
Looks
an
like,
ombre French. Yeah. Oh
yeah, it's
yeah,
like
and
right.
she
ombre
even has
French,
that
and
curve
look at
to
that.
it.
She has the curve
Yes.
to it, and so with the creativity, I just really like that. That reminds me of like the Saturn's rings, and then she has the little gems in there. I really like these. These are pretty. So
They are.
creativity, I give these a good 8.
Okay. An 8 for
Okay, yeah,
Nathaniel.
they're really
Very
pretty. I give
nice.
these a good 8. Yeah,
Okay.
skill, I really like these, so I give these a 9. I can see she did the cat eye. She
Okay.
has different little she did encapsulation. So she did a
Girl,
couple
you beat
different
me to it.
techniques,
I can't wait to
Yeah.
talk
right?
about that. We
Yeah,
love
she
depth
did some
on this
she did a
challenge.
couple different techniques, and so she killed
Yes.
it. So I think that I'll give I don't know. I want to get I'm almost tempted to give her the 10. I'm almost tempted to give her a 10 in execution just because she did
But the
that's a lot of
futuristic
different work.
fantasy though, like it's really
But that's why I
giving.
said like it's I think I'll do the 9. I'll do the 9 for
You
that
want to
one.
do the 9.5 or
I'm gonna do,
nah?
yeah, let's do the 9.5. I'll give her a
Right.
9.5. I like that one.
All right,
And
you're giving
then
her 9.5.
the overall wow factor, I definitely want to give her a 9 on that one too, because they were really pretty as soon as they came on the screen.
All right, so if just to confirm, so creativity was the 8, execution 9.5, and wow 9?
Yes.
Okay, perfection. All right, Tony, you want to go next or me?
Um, I'll go unless you want to go.
Girl, I will. I'll wait. You go.
Okay. Um,
Let's
I
go
I
back
like
a
these
little.
as well. When I first saw them, it's funny because the other ones I feel like initially caught my eye because of the colors.
Uh-huh.
But this one, once I'm seeing like the details, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because like initially I don't think I noticed like the hollow cat eye on the tip. I do really like that too. And that's gotta be hard. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even really experimented with the cat eye yet, but I know it's
Me
not that
neither.
with
Oh,
the magnet
girl. It
and the
ain't
fact
all
that
I'm
that
she
nervous.
easy.
yeah, the fact
Right.
that I know it's that because I watch a lot of videos, and the fact that she did do it as like the French, I definitely give her credit for that.
Right.
So first, okay, yeah, so creativity. I think I would say like 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just yeah, 8.5 because it got like the moon. I like to have like there's like little stars and moons in there, and then like the hollow is definitely giving
Mm-hmm.
like futuristic. Um And as far as execution, I mean, yeah, definitely high up there because like I said, it's not easy doing like that cat eye. And she encapsulated the charms and even the shape. Y'all know I'm a square I'm a square nail girly, so I know doing those shapes are definitely not even as easy. They're harder, like almond
Right.
and round and stuff like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I'll give her a 9.5 for
Okay.
execution. And overall, I mean, like I said, initially when I first seen him, I feel like the other ones more like caught my eye, but now seeing like the details,
Mm-hmm.
is hard. So I'll give her a 9. I'll give him a 9.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, it's finally my turn. Yay! I'm so
Yay.
excited. So I was a little harsh on the creativity for the other one because it's always a little biased when people submit more than one entry and they become their own competitor.
Right.
Because like the other one, I'm like, okay, it's giving. But this one, I was like, oh my God, it's giving. I love it so much. I really, 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 really love this nail set. I feel like overall, for originality, maybe this is something that quote unquote we could or couldn't have seen before. But the execution is just so divine because, again,
Hmm.
giving a natural look, the ombre, into the holographic cat eye, all of this, the way that she somehow thought and had the resources to create a all golden look, a all golden look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I've never even one thing about her nail sets, one thing I always say about her when I'm on panel, what products did you use? Because her products are always
Those are
so
crazy.
cool.
Right.
Yes. And then she took a super simple, I love when anyone can use these metal decals and make them work because one, they take time, love, and patience. Like they're not really that easy to
Yeah.
work with. If you look very closely, you can see that some of the decals are kind of protruding out of the product, at least from my perspective, from what I see. So obviously they're challenging to work with, but she still, again, had what we could, for lack of better words, call a flawless execution. For
Yeah.
execution on this, I'm just gonna go ahead and give her the 10. For creativity,
Yay, the first 10
Okay.
today.
You know
Right.
I love to give. But but needless to say, again, the way that the shape is complementing the design and
Yeah,
the
she
way
did
that
kill
she
it.
dipped that is like you
Yeah,
even had to say, is that a Frenchie? Like it just grabbed your
yeah,
attention so much that you're
yeah.
like, you were
I
mind
have to
effed at
figure it
that
out.
moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was.
Mhm.
No, I was. Like, is
Yes.
that what it is?
So
Because
for
it's
the
like a
overall,
multi-dimensional.
yes,
Right.
it is. Overall, wow, I'm just gonna have to give a 10 because also aside from a flawless execution, um, it does give a futuristic fantasy. It makes me just wanna like I know we don't really talk about, secular things too much, but there are places in the Bible where it talks about like how there's, floors of rubies and emeralds and like
And gold. Yeah,
yes, and that's what this makes me think of.
it
So,
does.
yes, so I'm really having it because it's the holographic cat eye that really just makes it feel so divine. Again, even with the hollow uh glitter or whatever we see throughout the nail overall and stuff like that. And for creativity, I'll go ahead and be generous and give just a 9.5 instead of a 10. But I was really impressed with the creativity here. All right, so
Yeah.
Tony, you're going to be sitting out on the next one, ma'am. You're not welcome.
Okay.
All right, so I'll let you go first, Cola. And this is Tony's submission for futuristic fantasy.
Okay.
And we have,
Look at this.
yes, and she included
Wow.
photos too. So, um,
It takes me to like Futurama vibes,
yes.
if that's kind of what, I don't know if that's what she was kind of going for, but that's kind of where it takes me. And I really like it. So it's like um metal robots. That's kind of where I was getting with it. And I
Mm-hmm.
like the green, how to me, it's a palette cleanser. It's also like it's like a palette cleanser. It clears your nails, and it also is like I can go with you. It can be an aura kind of
It
vibe.
attracts it attracts good
Yeah, it
things to
attracts your
you.
attention. It's gonna bring, and it's also a conversation starter. Like, is this an oral piece? Is this abstract? Is this, what could this possibly be? So for
Mm-hmm.
creativity, I really give it. I'm gonna give her a 9 because, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, it's a really good creative piece, and it makes you want to investigate more and look into it more. For
Okay.
execution, homegirl kills it with the long nails because I cannot do that. First of all, I can't do acrylic on myself, but she killed it all the way down. She took them all the way down, and
And look
she
at them
did a
clean
great job.
old cuticles.
Like, she
Them
killed it
baby
with it. So
cuticles.
I think that she's gonna get my first 10 on the execution because
Okay.
she actually killed it. Look, I love, love, love how smooth her cuticles and flush her cuticles look. I love how straight her sidewalls look.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they look really good. I actually really, really like them.
Especially the
Overall
ring
wow
finger.
factor. Right, and I think that that's what it is. Overall wow factor. I didn't I want to give them an 8 for overall wow. And it's not because I didn't like them overall at first. It's more that they weren't, when I first looked at them, I wasn't like, oh, it was more so like, I want to look at these. But
Mm-hmm.
the other ones, I was like, oh. And then I was like, these are great. And these, I'm like, let me look at these. And then I was just like, wow, look at this, look at that. And it kind of took me on this little experience kind of to see them. So I would give them an 8. Like, I actually really like them.
Yes, because it's a well, essentially, it's a you enjoyed it, but it wasn't an overall cohesive design. Like it was, each nail was like almost a design of its own, as opposed
That's
to
kind
like
of what yeah,
for the overall wow factor or the overall impact. Because
yeah,
if it
that's
would have
kind of what
been,
I was trying to.
Yeah. And then you have to
Yeah.
obviously compare to the others, and it's like, okay. But I told Tony the same thing. I was like, girl, yo, you didn't know what direction to take with this set. You were
To
all
take
Yeah,
it.
over.
Yeah.
too much.
But that was her fantasy aspect, I assume. So it's my turn. I don't even know where to start with this. Okay, I guess I'm starting with execution because that was where I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you a solid 9 on execution because those are some heavily, beautifully strong, divine cuticles. And
Right.
also, you worked with acrylic. So this is all an actual nail set. This is acrylic, right?
I would say no, that's polygel.
Oh, polygel. I was gonna say earlier
Wow.
you switched to polygel. Okay. So
Yeah, for now. Yeah,
for now. So this is all polygel. Well, damn,
yeah.
girl, even then. I mean, that's even more
That's
challenging. I would say with this
yeah.
It's a
length.
full set. Yeah, it's a full
Yeah,
set.
with this length, that's even more challenging, I would
That's
say, than
crazy.
acrylic. Yeah.
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 What file are you using when you do polygel? What grit of
Um,
file?
I use a like a 100,
S-
180, I
Switch
think.
to an 80/100, and this
Okay.
you'll have flawless shaping with the polygel especially. So, and I can even send you a couple of them if you want. I will, because
Because it's
you.
Those are
softer.
the finer ones.
Well, it's a little more coarse. It's
Oh, the
the
coarser one.
80 is good for artificial. The 100 is even fair to prep your natural nails. So the 100 is gonna like refine them, but the 80 is gonna, girl, that filing is gonna cut in half.
Yeah, I need them like
Okay.
yeah to get them more crisp. Like I
Crisp,
sometimes I
yes.
don't know
Yeah.
what to
Okay.
use. Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
like learning, and I use the
Yeah.
e-file,
Me
but
too.
I just
I
have
like
like the sanding bands. Yeah,
Yeah, I like the 80/100s, and then if it's acrylic, just freaking go in there with an 80/80 because I mean the
it's
100s,
harder.
yeah. But
Yeah.
that's so you'll see, and we'll get together and back in. All right, anyways, back to work. All right.
Yeah.
So for the overall wow factor, I was thoroughly impressed with these. I'm gonna give you another 9 for the overall wow. I was really impressed because what I like the most about your design as it compared to other designs, even my own designs, was that you really put in that work. Like this,
Uh-huh.
like she said, the robotic metallic metal, well, in the instructions particularly, it said to focus on metallic. And I don't know
Yeah.
if we remember, but back here, you could see that you used a unichrome of
Oh,
some
look at
sort.
that. That chrome on
Yes.
the
Yeah, I was
back. I
trying to
didn't even
show it.
see that.
Yes,
Oh,
girl,
look at that. That really,
yes.
oh,
And
that goes
so
to, yeah,
you use the canvas to the fullest capability within like your
yeah,
creative, boundaries within your head at that moment. But I like that. For example, the silver tips, the rope, the metal looking part, that complements the silver glitter. And then you have the
it does.
underlying unichrome on top of the white or creamish color, which complements
Mhm.
the holographic and the silver glitter.
Yeah,
And then you got the silver nail art
tips
on the
and the,
green nail, and that complements the metal tips. So everything, even though it wasn't that easy to look at it and take it all in at once, because it was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
did she just do here?
Right.
yeah. That's kind of what it was. It's like, what was the idea that you were going for? But I love them. Like,
But
I
that was
love where you took me.
yes,
Yeah,
it was
that's
like,
what,
and that was like, again, going back to what I said at the beginning, that was the fantasy. Like, she just like whipped us all around, and it was like,
yeah.
but it was still controlled though. It didn't feel like it. But when you reflect on it, the only thing that I kind of guess I could have said that would have maybe even made it look a little more uniform is if over this white airbrush you would have done that chrome again, that pink
Oh,
reddish
yeah.
chrome.
I
That
was,
maybe
what's
Okay.
crazy? I was
what
deciding. I swear I was debating whether to put it or not.
you
That's
should
crazy.
have
Okay.
done it.
That's crazy.
And if you wanted to do that and well, even if you did that, I would have gone ahead and put either black or white underneath the silver. So it would have looked more refined. Obviously, it would have stood out a bit more. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
also, the only other thing that I could say that maybe would have made it look more cohesive or come together is if you would have had some lime green cuticle bling, if you would have, or even a
Right.
blinged out on the
Yeah.
middle and made it like a
Yeah.
little, then
Like
that.
bring it
but
together more. Yeah.
but overall, that's like, those are all afterthoughts. This is a perfect foundation, and also it's doing the job. I mean, but I'm just saying, if maybe you wanted to make it look like it was supposed to quote unquote go together, if it didn't feel like it did. But
Right.
Right.
and needless to say, you went in with the 3XLs, which I was super happy about.
Man,
She always comes through with the
I
she
XXL.
kills it.
So yeah, also creativity. I'm giving you a 10. I can't not. I mean, I have to give you a 10 because
thank you.
you didn't, well, you kind of almost were a little self-conscious about this, but you just went for it. And I just think that one thing about art is that there is no right or wrong. Everything is going to be beautiful regardless. So I'm proud and thankful that you didn't second guess yourself, except for that one part on the ring finger where you didn't add the chrome over the white.
Right, right.
But other than that, I'm just super thankful that you followed through and you didn't let any of those negative thoughts get the best of you, because this is beautiful work. And I know for
It
sure that
is.
where are we going to see this again? I don't really think we're going to
Never.
see.
Oh, right.
It's true to you. It's your work.
Yeah.
And if
It's
anyone
your
was to
art.
duplicate this, it would be very obvious. And I just think that I love that about this experience and about the way that we could take a theme and just, like, in our minds through this experience, we just think we're participating in this challenge. But this is your portfolio. So like if you were to take this anywhere, you know what I'm saying? And then anyone's like, oh
Yeah.
wow, this is awesome. In your mind, you're just like, oh, that was just that stupid now art challenge. No, not really. I'm just
Yeah.
joking. But in reality, this is
It
your
could be some.
beautiful
Yeah.
creation. So I really love that. All right, next we got Miss Chaotic Nails, TM. And she put in just one photo. She was acting a little stingy with the glimpses of her nail art. So we definitely was talking junk about her on the back end. I wanted to
Wow.
see like a reel of this or multiple angles. But we just have this one view. So who wants to go first? It looks like Cola's gonna go first.
No, wait, wait. I went first last time.
Okay. Tony, you're
She
up.
did, right?
You were so captivated, but I know you're excited, but you don't want to go first. Okay. You go
Yeah,
first,
I am
Tony.
captivated, but I just wanna.
Right.
Okay,
I
let me keep
know.
looking.
Well,
Take
I
it in.
almost, okay, so I have to put another disclaimer out there. I almost did turn this picture all around and upside down and like give multiple angles and everything. The reason I didn't is because we are all here to showcase our own masterpieces, our own artwork. And so, with that, I want every artist to hold themselves accountable. And I think at this point in the challenge, with us being past the fourth theme by now, it's fair to expect that. So, Cola, if you think that you're not able to judge, just like on the first entry where we didn't have a photo particularly, here we do have a photo, but it would be nice to have a couple of more views or maybe even a more refined view. One view very refined would be even perfect. So, and same for you, Tony. We have to take that into consideration, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now,
God.
I mean, because that is, I want to see, I don't even, the alien is everything, right? But I want to see
Right.
that
Right. I want
tie
to see
dye.
it.
I want to see
I
how
want to
she
see it.
created that tie dye look back there, but we only have this view. So, all of our entrants, please take that into consideration in the future challenges. Thank you so much. All right, moving on. Tony, you're up. Let's go, girl.
Okay. Yeah, I was zooming in on him. So, um, I mean, off the rip, I definitely like these, and I feel like they're like for the theme, they're like very on point because
Mm-hmm.
obviously like with the alien and then the gold, like I don't, it's like the gold lines. Like you said, I'm not sure exactly what
It's
it
like
is,
some
but
sort of tribal vibe. And
yeah, like
also, not to cut you off, but on her Instagram, she saw this design, the background design that she has on the majority of the nails. It's like an aurora or aura theme
it's like the thermal
trend.
though,
Okay.
almost to me. Yeah, because
Okay.
like okay, I tried to do the aura like on my green nail. It kind of was, but just with one color, so it was the white.
Uh-huh.
But this looks like it's like more than one. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's almost giving like the thermal aura because it's like
Yeah.
dark
Well, I don't
purple.
know a lot about that trend. So her doing this and you doing that made me want to learn more about it. But I wanted to throw that out there in case, well, because I
Oh, the
wanted to
aura.
see if, yeah, I wanted to know more
Oh, it's
about it
getting
or something.
popular. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We could do a theme revolving around it. Okay.
Yeah, I like. I definitely want to do more of that because it is like on trend right now, and this was my
It's
first time
very
trying it.
pretty.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
definitely do more of them because people do it with an airbrush machine, but I don't have one.
But you
I
could do it
ended
with
up
a
doing.
sponge, I think.
You could do it with a
Yeah, you can
sponge.
do it with a sponge with the little daughter sponge. That's what I got.
Yeah,
And you can use eyeshadow to do it now.
yeah. I've
I'm
seen
seeing
A
it
people
lot
where
of the
you
doing
can
girls
use
have been using
eyeshadow to do it.
eyeshadow on their
pigment
designs.
powder or eyeshadow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
believe it or not, I was gonna do the sponge, but I'd use blooming gel in mine.
Wow. I thought you
But
straight up used the airbrush machine.
yeah, no, I use blooming gel. I didn't even use a sponge.
That would
So
work.
I was just trying out
That would
that,
work
you
too.
know. But about hers, like I said, it looks like an aura, but it's giving like the thermal too at the same time because of the colors to me.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like cool, obviously, and like it is giving like futuristic and fantasy. Um, they're long. I like that because I like long nails, they're stiletto. So okay, overall creativity, I almost want to I'll say I almost want to give him like a 10 because there's like so much going on in the direction of the theme.
Not only
It
that,
is
but
kind
again, I think, well, not to cut you off, but I think this is another one of those nail sets that I could say it's probably safe to say we're not going to really scroll down our feed and see this. Like, what the hell?
right,
This is
Ever
like,
again.
right. Yeah, so yeah,
um,
that exactly. That's exactly. So yeah, I'll give her a 10 for that because I've never seen this combination of designs before.
maybe.
Execution, again, it's hard. Yeah, they're press-ons. Obviously, we're talking about how most of us try to do that, especially with the challenge, because we want to focus on the designs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't see any like, flaws, I guess you would say, as far as
Yeah,
the
like
shape
execution flaws.
in general. Yeah. Um, I guess give a 9.5 then.
Okay.
And just because we're not like you said with the pictures and the videos and everything are not getting that much like to go off of. Um and then overall, wow. Um these were kind of in the middle of like when you first see them and you're like, oh my God, or then you get more like you get more into the details. Cause like initially, yeah, you see the alien and stuff like that and like the gold, but like looking closer, I was seeing more of like the aura and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um I mean, I definitely do like these and I really do like them for this theme. Um I'll give them overall I'll give her a 9. I guess a
Okay.
9. Yeah, I don't know why were kind of hard for me to judge. I don't know why.
I'm gonna go next, okay? Or
Yeah.
you want to go next, Cola?
Oh no, you can go.
Okay. I wanted to build on first the execution because Tony, you struggle with that a little bit because there are press-ons, and with this, obviously, with the execution, it's near flawless, it seems, right? Because how could you mess up? There's really no way. But there are certain things that I could say would take into consideration. Again, going back to the same point that I brought out to you is that the gold design on the nail is making this design go over the top, which means that like creatively you wouldn't have given this set a 10 per se, I don't think, if it wouldn't have had that extra gold, you know, design. But again, you have to put either a black or a white underneath your metallic gold paint in order for it to lift from the background. And we have discussed that. That's one thing that I forgot to mention on that yellow set by Dream Nails by Nikki, is that there was depth. She encapsulated those, and she took a plunge at it and she did that, and she created depth, and there's a couple of other people that have participated before, and they're really good with creating depth. Nails by Tipsy is one of them that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, so I would say again, do not forget to include your depth, because the thing about it is that while this design is near flawless and is stunning, is beautiful, is unique, the purple with this orange, the way it's creating that sunset pinkish orange color there, it is giving. But with that gold drowning in it, it's taken away from the beauty of the background, and it's taken away from the beauty of the gold design. So am I going to mark it down? No, not necessarily. But for example, Tony, as a panelist, if you were looking for ways to critique the execution, whereas maybe they didn't do a polygel set or an acrylic set and they did a press on set, there are still, or this is a design, a nail art design introspect. It's like
Right.
we want to keep that depth. And I would even go so far as to say also to intertwine and to add more depth into the design. With that gold design, you want to incorporate that metallic gold into this freestyle nail as well. So I would have personally overlaid all of my gold on top of black and made it really stand out. And then I would have put black around my alien, and I would have outlined my alien with gold as well on top of that black to give it that depth. And then I would have intertwined the design of the other nails with that freestyle nail. But that's just, my perspective, or the way that I would have done it in order to make it look more cohesive or to add depth, so that, because I love this design. But I guarantee you, if she was to go and apply the critique rather, uh, and come back out with the end result, it will be like popping out at you like, wear me, wear me. Whereas right now it's kind of like, I think you might like me. I think you might like me. No, girl. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right. So for creativity, I'm definitely going to have to go ahead and give her a 10, because, like I said, I cannot see myself scrolling down my feed and seeing something like this again. Having this diversity between these super warm neutral nails and then this outcast nail is just like totally me. And then the futuristic fantasy would kind of just, the alien being the futuristic aspect, in my opinion, and then the rest of it being kind of a fantasy vibe. Because, like, I just feel like mimosas, sunset on the beach in Florida, no priorities and stuff like that. And even
Mhm.
aliens might see a UFO out there. So,
Right.
uh, for execution, I'm gonna give her an 8 with the critique. I hate to say criticism. It is a little criticism from an artist perspective, just because I feel a little anal about it, because I see the possibilities that lie ahead. But it is mostly constructive criticism, or just simply insight more than anything else. And then for the overall, wow, I was impacted by these. I'm going to go ahead and give them a 9. When I saw them, I was like, well, so what she did was, at first they were just, all these nail designs were like this, except for, like, this was a press on set, except for it didn't have the gold design or the alien nail. So she just tested out this design concept with the, what did you call it? The thermo
I like the thermal.
aura. thermal aura. Yeah, so she tested out that because she was intrigued by that when she saw it and she wanted to try it, so she did. And then
Mm.
she converted that into this. So when I saw the process, that was impactful for me, and I really did like that. So that's why I gave her a 9 there. So now that my big old mouth is done, it's your turn, Cola.
So for me, these nails, as you can see, I was all in the picture. I love this set. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit when it comes to the line work of the
Okay.
gold,
Mhm.
only because I feel like it wasn't meant to stand out. I feel
Okay.
like it was meant to blend into the design. Because when I
Mhm.
looked at the nails, I didn't necessarily see what you saw. I saw transformers, like in the walls of the transformer thing, how the lights like light up on the walls and you see all those little lines and stuff like that. That's kind of what I
Okay.
saw with the gold vibes. And that kind of it kind of blended into me. So
Okay.
for creative, I really, really liked them. And the aura vibe.
Me
I
too.
love what they have going. And the fact that they started it just from a whole nother set and transformed it into this set, that right there is talent. That is
Yeah.
definitely a skill. So for creativity, I definitely want to give them a 10. I
Mhm.
think that the fact that they went in and with all these different colors, and it just reminds me of really nice scroll work. I think that's why I like it. And execution, I do agree with you. The alien could pop out a little bit more, like if he was outlined and had the highlights and stuff like that. And even on some of the other nails, if there was like a gold border around the nail, maybe, then the rest of the scroll work could have been softer. I see
Mm.
what you're saying.
To
It
like
needs
kind of make
something
it
to make
feel
it
like
pop.
in case,
In
like the
case,
outline would
yeah,
make
I
it,
agree.
or like a
Yeah.
complete. That is a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
Even
like you
without
know how they
adding
do
like
that
the contrast,
line
just simply adding the outline,
at
make it feel
outline on
more
this,
like I get
right?
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So for creativity, I definitely want to give her a 10.
Okay.
Execution, I like I said, I really like this execution. I want to give her a 9 just because I feel like that alien, she could have did a little bit more with the alien to make him pop out and feel like he's not just sitting on top of his thing because it's really cool, but he's kind of just there. So I feel like that, she could have did a little bit more with that one, but a 9 definitely for that. And overall, wow, 10 because I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I was like, well,
Mm.
what is that? What is that? What is that? It was really captivating for me. So 10 for overall wow for me.
And I don't know if I mentioned how much I love the tie dye because I was so like I didn't get to go first.
Oh,
Nah, sometimes I forget, but I'm
Right.
obsessed with this tie dye. And coming back to kind of what you
and
said,
how did they
Cola.
do that?
Well, that's the thing. And coming back to kind of what you said, I almost wish that this tie dye would have spun so much out of control that it was like protruding onto the other nails. It's just
Or
something of,
something? Yeah.
yeah, like something that kind of makes it, because at that point, I feel like maybe the alien would have been like, like, coming out like a portal or something and kind of like make the tie dye give it like a portal effect or something. And now that you
Oh,
mentioned
maybe
that
that's what it's
Transformers
doing.
thing, maybe it is like some type of portal or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Huh.
does give that vibe. I know what you mean, because like the lines.
The best
Yeah.
part, the
Mm.
best part about when we get on panel is that I'll always get DMs and they'll tell me like, "Oh no, this is what I." So we'll probably hear back in regards to that, and I'm really interested
Right.
to see what she was thinking when she created this. Wow, this is getting intense. All right, well, we only got one more person left, and that's me. So luckily, no one will have to hear me talk. I got two entries, you guys. So here's the first one, and I don't know, you guys can pick who wants to go first. Oh, this is just a video, so I kind of did like a teaser video for mine.
I liked these. Well, I like all of them, but I really
Oh,
like
And
ones.
this is
these.
So who wants to go first? Oh yeah, that's the only picture I did for this one.
Well, it's nice and clear. I'll
Yeah.
go. If you don't want to go first, I'll go first.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so these, I think, yeah, I really like these ones. I don't know. The pink is so pretty. It's like a baby,
Mhm.
I don't know, like a bright baby pink. It's just, I don't know, it's mad pretty. Um, I don't know, everything. I like the little pop art. I love the diamonds, the throwback. And okay, so yeah, she gave like a little explanation about this. About like the futuristic. I forget how she explained it, but it was like going back in time. Like it was like a throwback future with like the
Mm-hmm.
diary, like coming from like your point of view
You
when you were
want me to
younger.
explain it again, real quick?
If you want to, yeah, so she can get some insight about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, in case you didn't see the story. So basically, I tried because a lot of people were DMing me and they're like, "We don't know what to do," and I'm like, "Well, I don't even know what to do." So I tried to think of like back when I was a teenager, how I felt looking into my future. So like, back then, like I would have a diary where I would write all, whatever, and then obviously the diamonds represent like fame or money, fortune, and then obviously the smiley face for happiness, the rainbow for hope, the heart for love. And then the bad girl knows, like, well, what girl doesn't want to be a bad girl and stuff like that. And then, well, the middle note, I did my take on a composition
Ah,
notebook. So yeah, that, and then also it was slightly inspired by the Mean Girls, the Burn book
the book.
with the aesthetic, the
uh,
overall aesthetic. So yeah, but that was the inspo. So.
Yeah. I like see that's what I like about like these challenges too when we like give our little backstory. I just feel
Mhm.
like it changes so much. Like I don't know, it just helps so much even with the judging. Like when I first seen these, I'm thinking, well, how is that futuristic? Like, you know what I mean? Just off
Mhm.
the rip, like, well, it's not really futuristic. But then when you tell like what you were thinking, it's like, oh wow, that makes sense. That's like so cool.
Mhm.
So that I understood that because I saw your story. So and I just really like these, like they're like my style, the aesthetic. I like the whole like kind of Y2K or throwback, whatever.
Yeah.
And you just did their long stiletto. The stuff like all your artwork is really good. Like perfectly lined. I think okay. So creativity, I'm gonna give you a 10 because that whole going
Okay.
back in time and all that and everything, I like that 10. Execution, um, I would probably, I'm gonna give you a 9.
Okay.
Even yeah, I'm just 9. I'm bad at explaining.
Well, you
um,
can't give straight tens all the time, needless to say.
right, yeah, that's the only reason why. Yeah, it's
yeah.
not like there's a specific thing that I'm really like that I don't think is good. Um, and overall wow factor, I'll give a 9.5 because
Okay.
I think these are my favorite out of the two.
Okay. Yeah. Your turn, madam.
Okay, I'm gonna go backwards though, because overall, wow, we all know pink is my favorite color, and
Got it.
wow, it was bright, it was light, and it was just like, come to me, wear me, be me. So I definitely wow factor, I gave you a 10 for that. I
Okay.
definitely wanted to wear them. I wanted to be in them. I can see myself in them. You can send them to me now. Um, because
Right.
I'll send you my sizes.
Yeah.
So creativity, when you explain the story, that kind of makes sense, but I actually did get futuristic vibes from it, just completely different way, which is why I like listening to your videos and stuff, because we all see things completely different. So these gave me complete K-pop vibes. Like
Okay.
Oh,
the when you go over there and you see all the futuristic lights, and it always looks like you're in this neon
right.
futuristic show. Like that's kind of what these nails were to me. Like I can totally picture my favorite K-pop people wearing these out there and performing and stuff like that. Like that's what they give me. So it's like futuristic in that way to me. That's kind of where I got it from. And it's
Okay.
like peace, love, happy, and then a little bad girl thrown in between. So I actually really like them. So creativity, I want to give you a 9.5 on creativity because I saw what you
Okay.
were going for. I saw
Okay.
what you were going for there. And execution, I don't know if you executed the theme exactly the way that you wanted to. So I'll give you a 9 on that one. But I got it.
Hmm.
But I didn't know. I can see like how when Tony explained it, I can see how she didn't get it until you explained it to her. So
It
and
was
like
a
even
tricky
I
one.
got something different. Yeah, I got something different than where you were kind of going for it. So I'll give you a 9 on that one.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
all out of order.
definitely like riding the edges as much as
Yeah.
well, and that was I wanted
But
to
you had to
show
get an
people how to
idea.
kind of just think outside of
Yeah.
the box a little bit
The
and
box. Yeah, exactly.
ain't no harm, right? Ain't no shame.
You
Nope.
always
And
do.
they
Ooh.
a bad set. Like I said, you can
Hmm.
send them to me.
Oh, well,
Oh,
girl.
and the lips. I didn't mention the lips, but real quick, they look
Right?
so real. I think I
They
commented on them, so but
do.
whatever. Yeah, the lips.
I was about to say, hold on, wait, look at them lips though, because that was
Yeah,
I
I
was
think I
having a
commented.
freak out moment during that time of like, I don't know if you guys may not have seen the video of me create these, but I was just going for it, and then I added a little bit too much black, at least I thought, and I was like about to freak out and start over, and I'm like, no, girl, just ride it out, and I wrote it out,
Yeah,
and it
Yeah.
came out really
so,
good. I was proud.
so good. Yeah, the
That
lips.
middle nail killed it though. Like
You like
that
it?
comp book middle nail, I
Mhm.
feel like killed it.
That
Yeah.
text on there is literally so tiny.
It's so little.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
was able to pull it off. I challenged, well, one thing I'm very proud of with this set in particular is I challenged myself to do things that I didn't really think I could do. Like, you see people create nails with super fine details all the time, and you're like, how do they do that? Like, it's impossible.
Hard.
And I forced
Yeah.
myself, like, you got to do it. And I still feel like, obviously, if I ever did another composition, no, composition book, no, I would do better, but I was proud that I did this.
Yeah, that's
So,
the point though. Every time
I'm
it's like we
get
trying
better,
to do
yeah.
it. I felt like that with this set too. I tried a couple new things for the first time. So, but
hmm,
I looked at them. I wasn't 100% confident, but it's like, okay, it's your first time. Like now you know next time
Yeah.
to do it, what to do and
them
not to do.
hours be adding up, and you
And
can't
you
get
have the
around
Yeah,
it.
courage to do it.
Yeah, you can't get around not putting in that work. All right, so this is the next set. You guys are gonna freak with this one.
yeah,
I'm so
these.
excited about it. This is the video, the teaser.
All right.
Um, I saw this teaser.
Yeah, you liked it. You liked it.
I did.
So, do you guys want me to explain this one as well?
Yes,
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Which one you want me to, which picture you want me to start with? This one or this one?
that one.
Okay, the first one. All right,
Yeah.
so one, this set, much like a lot of other people who put in entries, it didn't necessarily come out exactly what I had in mind or whatever. The background, so like this second photo, basically was more or less what I thought I wanted, but I should have given the girl some hair. Like that was pretty stupid.
Hmm.
A bald-headed girl. But this is a girl and this is a guy, and then this is two separate parts of a heart, and it's like a telepathic connection. Another thing that I forgot to do before I submitted this entry was that there was supposed to be blue jelly gel polish of raindrops on the nails, so I'll have to add that later. But so that was that, and then the idea was that basically there was like this prayer or whatever, and then the glasses were like seeing into the future. And the original ones I actually have right here were going to be, they were going to be like these heart shaped ones, and they were going to show like a scenic photo, like a just married type of thing.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, but the colors I used, I didn't feel like they complemented the background, so that was the first problem. And then I had to create the scenery, and I had already challenged myself to create super small art on the last set, and I was trying to do it again, but I was just like, I'm not here for that. Like, I don't have time for this.
Mm.
So I was like, what else could I do? So I thought maybe I could do an 8 ball, and I thought that would be nice. So it's basically seeing into the future and things like that. So, quote unquote, another like out of the box twist on a futuristic fantasy.
Okay, I can go first. I love these set. This set was my favorite. I thought that it was everything. I loved the 8 ball vibes. It took me all the way back to my childhood with just shaking that, like, does he love me? Does he like me? What is it?
Mm.
So I really, it truly, truly took me back. I loved it. And even the other picture, with
Mm-hmm.
the clouds and stuff like that, it just really took me back to back in the day when you were a little kid. And I'm not even a little kid, I don't mean like that. That's weird. But when you were younger
Mm-hmm.
and you had your little crush, and it was just like, does he really love me? Does he like me? And you would feel like all these emotions. And to me, that was like the clouds and the different blues and stuff was like, oh my gosh, my stomach is in knots. Like how it
Yeah.
kind of used to be back in the day, like
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, that kind of, you remember that feeling you got back with your first crush? That's what this gives me. I
Mm.
really like this set. So creativity, oh my gosh, I loved it. So creativity, I'm going to give you a 9.
Okay.
Execution, I'm definitely giving you a 10 because you worked that 8 ball into that set, girl. You worked the 8 ball into the
Right.
set, and it
Yes.
really went with the theme to me. Like it went with the theme. And overall wow factor, mm, I think I'll give you a 9 on overall wow, just because I can't give out 10s across the board.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
a
a set. Like
9.
that set, I really like that set.
I thought it was so different. Like, you
It
could
Yeah,
never
is.
probably see that again.
yeah. And I think that's with all of these sets. None of these sets you'll see again, and that's really cool.
Right.
That's why we're here, to showcase our beautiful nail art and to get the recognition
Yeah,
that we deserve. Because imagine how timeless this art is, but on Instagram and things like that, it just comes and goes with the swipe of a finger. So thank you guys all for submitting your artwork and also for being here to value this art. I really enjoy it. So, Tony, it's your
thanks for
turn.
Well,
having us
I was gonna
here.
thank
You're
you because you're the
welcome.
one that comes up with all this. So, um,
Yeah,
real, and it
You're
really
welcome.
it sounds like, oh, it's a challenge. Like this really does challenge me because like sometimes I have trouble like thinking of it, like thinking of what to do, or it's not that I want to do so many things, as you could
that's what
tell
I
from my set.
have.
No,
Yeah,
and it's hard for me
that's the
sometimes to be
problem.
like,
To
you
focus.
have to do it each on a different set, and like it's hard to narrow down. So but the challenges helps me with that because it's like a theme, so I try to go in that direction and
Mm-hmm.
and sorry,
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
and do things that I wouldn't normally or necessarily do.
Mm-hmm.
So these, when I first like when I first initially seen it, I was like, oh my God. Like I was like, what is that? Like at first I was like, what that, like when I seen the glasses, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what is that? I was like, and then I see, and then I was like, oh, they're glasses, you know what I mean? And at first, like first second, I thought, you know how like on New Year's and people wear the glasses with the year? I
Yeah,
thought that, like I'm saying, like the first second I looked at it, I thought that's what they were. Those
Mm-hmm.
glasses. So I was like, oh shit, okay. And then when I looked, I was like, oh my God, the 8 ball. And just like you
right.
said, we probably all around the same age. Like I love that, like that like threw me back, like having that. And it looks just like it. So I was like, oh my God, girl, that's crazy, like how you did that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Um and yeah, I'm like a big like lover girl, whatever, romantic. So I love like the whole little love thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um so overall creativity, I gotta give you a 10 because no, I never
Aw.
seen glasses. I never seen no nails like that, even with all the three art and nails.
look
I
how
never seen.
pretty.
Yeah, I never
Me
seen no
either.
glasses and 8 ball and all that. um, execution. Um, I mean, really good. I even like on the white is like
Mm-hmm.
hollow or cat eye,
Oh
right?
gosh, so I did not even shout out the real star of this set. That is Born Pretty holographic cat eye. It is priceless.
Yeah, okay. I like Born
It
Pretty is
works good.
good.
Wow.
Yes,
I like
like
their gel polishes are good. Um,
and affordable.
that's what I'm saying. Like for you
Yeah.
at the price point, they're actually really good quality. Yeah, I like.
I get this from Amazon.
And that gave
Yeah,
it, I felt like
You
it
can even
gave it
get some
like
from like
more.
Team.
I felt like the holographic cat eye on this one gave it more of a gloomy, windy, sad look.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I peeped. I just liked how it was like you could even see it like on the white part. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That just stood out to me. I just liked that. It wasn't just like flat, like white or whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, so it's hard. Yeah, I'm gonna give you 9.5, I guess, for execution
Execution.
overall.
Okay.
Um, and then just because, like you said, we try to just do like tens, 10s, and give them
I
out so
know.
easily. So yeah, so 10. What I said 9.5,
Yes.
and then overall wow factor. Yeah, I would probably. So yeah, I'll give a 9. I'll just give a 9.
If you, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
No, I'm just kidding. I do want to shout out too that the Cosmos by Madame Glam is what I used on the glasses, on the outline of the glasses. That one is a
Yeah, I
really
need that.
fun one too. It's very different.
That's a
Yeah, I
pretty
was
color.
wondering what that was.
Yeah, I used that one. Well, we have all of our votes.
It was
Who's
crazy.
the
Well, all of
winner?
ours, but we don't have our votes from Instagram yet.
Right.
So,
Um,
be sure to send all of your friends to this video and anyone who's watching, especially our entrants, Tony and me. Be sure to promote on Instagram. Um, and then I'm going to put out the specific rules. So we have to be in alignment with our rules. But overall, it's been such a pleasure, you guys. It's been
That
really
was
nice.
fun.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having us. This was so much fun.
Right?
you're
Thank
welcome.
you. Yeah, we always have fun.
We do. It's really nice. I was so sad last time when Tony didn't get on.
I know. Oh my
Oh,
God, I know.
I was
That
sad.
was my fault.
But it's okay. We survived. We will be having judging panel for the Halloween House.
I was gonna
So
say.
yes, so for the zombie apocalypse, no art challenge. So if anybody, if you guys or anyone who wants to be on panel, that one's gonna be basically anywhere around like the 28th, the 29th, the 30th. So, but anyways, you guys have any final thoughts for our viewers?
These were all very creative and brave. Like some of these things I wouldn't even think of doing. And the
Right.
fact that you guys put this out as your art, like, is amazing. Because some of the stuff that I think of, I'm like, no, nobody would really like that. But this stuff, it's really different, and I liked it all. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Tony, you got any last thoughts?
No, definitely. I just always like seeing everybody's like how different everyone's take is on the same theme. It's so cool for me to see it.
I
Everyone
really
looks
like
at
that too.
yes, one theme and everyone looks at it totally differently. So I just like to see what everyone comes up with.
I don't think
Yeah,
we have yet to have a theme where we've had like people who are creating like the same. Even with the opposites attract challenge, that one was off the charts. Like there was everyone's ideas were so diverse.
so different.
And we have already gotten a couple of challenges, a couple of entries, or maybe I know for sure at least one, if not a. Oh no, we've gotten at least a couple of entries for the zombie nail art challenge already.
I was gonna
Oh
say
wow.
I got to go get to work on the zombies.
Girl,
I have to try to think of
Forward to that.
something.
Nicola, be ready because you're gonna
Uh,
be loving my pink zombie. One of my
Ooh,
ideas
pink
is gonna be
zombies.
pink zombie theme set. Cause I
Oh,
mean, honestly, I will say creating the pink set for this challenge kind of made me like really want to create more pink nails. So
Because pink is the best.
pink
right.
zombies. But all
Oh,
right, well,
Pink zombies.
that's fire.
I'll see you guys there hopefully. And thank you guys so
I'll
much
be
for
there.
participating. Be sure to submit your entries. Nicola, I know you just swatched out a whole bunch of new colors, so you better put those things to work.
Right. I want
I
to. I gotta
did.
follow you.
I know I have to go follow you too now. We have to go.
Yes, everyone follow each other. And I've been seeing a lot of the Goddess Gang members, like y'all are not members per se, but anyone who I interact with, I've been seeing all y'all interact with each other. So I really love
Mhm.
that and appreciate that.
I was
That
gonna
was
say you.
what?
You connect. You be connecting us.
And everybody, yeah.
Girl, I'd be
Cause
so happy. And like
um
comments, a lot more comments that I'm seeing everyone leaving.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause anytime if you like connect me or whatever, introduce me with somebody, like I will, or like if I see someone in the challenge that if I'm not already following them, I'll go and follow them. So that's like the point of how, like I said, you connect a lot of us. So.
Yeah. And you can see a lot more people's art.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
super thankful. It's a dream
People we
come
would
true
never
and a
seen
blessing.
before.
Yes. Also, do want to let you guys know we still need models for our press-ons. I know Nicola's going to be modeling some pink press-ons very soon. And
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Tony, did you already tell me that you was going to model some press-ons or no?
I did not tell you that. If you want me to, I will.
Okay, yeah, we're
I
going to get you some
I don't like
press-ons.
my hands. My hands is
Well, listen, it's all about the nails. Just put some rings
right.
on, or well, some of the girls, bruh, it don't matter what season it is, they always got their sweater. They always got their sweater. And I'd be like,
The
bruh, that is
sweater.
such a cheat. Like,
Yeah, it's a cheat. Yeah, when
I
it's
don't,
winter, I know they do that. The thing. I just try to put on my cuticle oil, and it is
And
what it
call
is.
it a
No.
day.
I mean, I don't have the cutest hands either, but hey, looks ain't everything. That's facts, right? Some of the people, they're really brave and their hands don't be, I mean, it ain't all the prettiest hands out. Realistically, I got big old hands. My boyfriend has cuter hands than me, so like it takes a lot of confidence.
I would say it takes a lot to even to post them. So
Yeah. Also want to let you guys know to keep on the lookout for our Goddess Gang shop. So yeah, not gonna spill too much, but if you're not already shopping at following at Goddess Gang shop, Tony, you're following, so shout out to you. Thank you so much.
as
Um,
new.
This shop is different. A lot of people see like shop and they think, oh God, this girl wants me to spend my money. Yeah, spend your money, but it's a safe space to spend our money intuitively. And it's more based on value than products or possessions per se. So there's going to be items on there, but a lot of it's going to be back end character building or working together and stuff. It's very intricate. So the Goddess King shop will be something that I don't think I've ever seen on in this community or that I've ever seen online in general. So if you guys on the back end want to be in, help out with that too, that would be awesome. But plenty of opportunities at the Goddess King. Thank you guys so much again. I'm so happy. And definitely go follow the Joyacola 12 on Instagram and tips by Tony _X0O and at Scorpion Goddess Knows. Until next time, y'all, we'll holler. Bye.
I will always feel. I will